I've struggled with a really bad fast food and sugar addiction since I was around 15, 16 years old. As a matter of fact, my relationship with food as a whole has just been really bad since I was that age. I'm 23 years old now, so this has been going on for like the past 6, 7 years of my life constantly. This all started in sixth form. If you're not in the UK, sixth form is basically, it's like further education. It's where you go once you finish high school. And we were allowed to go out for lunch every single day. We were allowed to go off of the school premises and go and have our lunch wherever we wanted, basically. And what did I do with this time? With this time that I had, where did I go? I could have went anywhere. I went to McDonald's 6 days a week. So the 5 days that I was at school, I was going to McDonald's every single day for my lunch. And then when I was working one day at the weekend, I would also, for my lunch there, when I was on my break, have McDonald's. A few years ago as well, if you used to get on a bus, they'd give you the bus ticket, and on the back of the ticket, it would have like this 1.99 Big Mac and fries voucher coupon thing. And so everyone that I knew would give all of their vouchers to me. My mum, my friends, literally everyone would give their voucher to me because they're like, oh, Nathan uses it all the time, so just give it to him. So I'm stacking up all of these vouchers and I'm getting these cheap Big Mac and fry meals every single day, 6 days a week. I'm having them because I've been skinny my whole entire life. Like I was literally a skinny stick all my life. So I wasn't getting fat, probably because I had a really high metabolism. And because of that, I just carried on. I just carried on having the McDonald's every single day. I didn't think there would be any repercussions at all, kind of thing. And also when you start driving, I started driving when I was, I think 17. When you start driving, if it's like midnight or it's later on in the day and you haven't eaten anything, you're like, well, nowhere's really open now and I don't really want to go in anywhere. So where am I going to go? McDonald's. So every single day I was going to McDonald's pretty much, and the car just made it 10 times worse. And I just thought, I almost felt like I was invincible, like none of this would ever affect me, until I reached this point where I just started to spiral downwards, mentally, physically, spiritually. Just my whole entire life just felt like it was going like this, man. Because of my bad mental health at this point, I was just looking around everywhere on social media, online, on YouTube, all over the place, just trying to find a solution to these problems that I was going through. And this is where I found the Dr. Sebi alkaline vegan diet. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much like a very restrictive diet, a raw food vegan diet where you're only allowed to eat certain foods. And the reason why I fell into this was because all I was seeing was these things about this guy had supposedly cured cancer and he can cure every single disease with this diet. So I was like, well, shit, like, if that's how we're meant to live as well, because everyone was talking, all of these like spiritual guys on YouTube were just speaking about, oh, this is the diet that our ancestors ate and whatnot. So I was like, well, that must be the truth then. I didn't even question it. I was just like, let me try it and see how it is. The first couple of weeks, I felt amazing. First few weeks, first month. And I think the main reason why I felt amazing wasn't necessarily because of those foods I was eating. I think it was because I wasn't eating processed garbage anymore. I was just eating like clean foods, regardless of how it affected me positively or negatively. It was just the fact that I was eating a lot of unprocessed foods. And this developed over time into me becoming extremely OCD about what food I was consuming, to the point where literally my girlfriend wanted to travel, or like her dream is just like she just wants to travel all the time, go here, go there. I wanted to travel, but I didn't travel because I was almost scared of the foods that I would be eating when I'm like traveling and stuff, because obviously when you're at home, you have a lot more control over what food you consume because you have a lot of different shops around. You have shops that sell organic food. You have shops that sell very clean foods, kind of thing. But when you're abroad, you're not aware of what local foods they have, or you might go to like a country where they're not as developed, so they obviously don't have the food or the systems in place to actually produce these healthier foods. Just the quality of food overall is quite low. And all of this took even more of a toll on me mentally until I got to a point where I developed severe gut issues. Imagine every single day you eat food, you eat anything almost, it feels like. You just have this really bad, like this sort of heavy twisting. I could probably compare it. I'm not a girl, so I don't know what it actually feels like, but how girls explain period cramps is how I feel like how that was for me, just the twisting inside. And then also I was just feeling bloated all the time, and then it was just horrible. Every single day I would just have this bad stomach. And when you have a bad stomach as well, if you've ever had a bad stomach, you know that it's almost like the bad stomach drains all the energy from the rest of your body. So all I'm doing every day is just laying down, just feeling like I've got no energy. I just feel sick every single day pretty much. And I think a lot of this reason was because my relationship with food became so negative. I almost was scared to eat anything, rather than going to another country and enjoying the culture, enjoying their food, and realizing, look, I'm going to eat this food for this next week when I'm here. When I come back home, I'm going to eat clean again. So it doesn't matter. Or if I eat one chocolate bar over the space of this whole month, oh no, I thought it was going to be detrimental to my health, basically. If I ate one bit of seed oil or one thing that was bad for my health, I would like go into like panic mode, like, nah, I can't be eating this stuff. I then spent thousands and thousands of pounds trying to figure out how to heal my gut issues. I went to the doctor, I got blood tests, everything came back fine. I didn't have no Crohn's or no other certain diseases that are linked to like severe gut issues. So I didn't have none of those severe things. So I'm like, what the hell is it? I paid for like loads of blood tests to see what I'm allergic to see what I was intolerant to. Found out a few things from there, but overall still I just couldn't get anything. I literally paid certain people for coaching and it just didn't really help until I stumbled across this one coach from Twitter. Shout out to Alejandro, by the way. Yeah, that's his name, Alejandro. And he hooked me up. I'd never spent more on any sort of coaching in my life, actually. It cost a lot for me at the time, but I thought, you know what? I'm desperate right now. I need to fix this problem. And, you know, thank God I literally went for it, because this guy literally changed my whole life, changed my whole understanding on gut health. He educated me on every single thing about gut health and sort of led me in the right direction as to what I should do with my diet. And the first thing I did was reintroduce meat again. And I carried on eating the clean foods, and then we added some supplements in and these little things here and there. And my gut actually started to feel good again. I was still getting little flare-ups here and there, but overall, my relationship with food was improving a bit more. I wasn't being so OCD about things, and I was just starting to feel a lot happier, kind of thing. And then I went into another deep depression and started eating trash again, because I was facing loads of complacency issues with my business. As I spoke about in a lot of my previous videos, I've said how I started to make a lot of money when I was like 20 years old, 21 years old, and then that all came crashing down because I started to just chill out and not really do much work anymore. And because all of my business basically just started to crumble right in front of my eyes, I lost loads of money, I invested loads of money into things and just lost it all. Everything just felt like it went to shit pretty much. So my diet also went to shit. And as you can imagine, all of those good habits that I built up with that coach just went. I still had the knowledge in my head, fortunately, but I just went back to those bad eating habits. So then I felt really bad mentally already, and I also felt bad physically. And all of this leads up to now, the present day, where I'm at right now. Where am I at right now? Well, my gut health, I'd say, is okay. I'd rate it maybe a 6 out of 10. My diet is decent. I sometimes go through a few phases where I'm not eating as good, but I don't beat myself up over it. Life is a journey, and I'm just trying to improve my diet bit by bit, pretty much. And I understand that your gut is literally directly connected to your brain. So even if you think now you don't have any gut issues, if you're eating all of this processed crap and you feel like crap, fix the diet and see how you feel. That's all I'm going to tell you for that. Even if you don't have gut issues, still try and eat healthy, still try and fix that side of things, because trust me, it will change your life. Oh, and also another thing, I've went to the gym for the past 4 or 5 years. So I don't want to say I'm a veteran in the gym, but I know a lot about when it comes to working out and fitness and how to do the right exercises and whatnot. And I've started to bulk up, gained a bit of weight, gained like 30, 40 pounds from where I started. And I was still pretty like low body fat percentage, like all around my whole body, except my abs. My abs just always had this like, it's not fat. Well, I never thought it was fat. And then when I looked into it more, I thought, well, the reason why I don't have abs, my abs aren't showing, is because there's fat there. I've never had abs my whole entire life. And I think maybe if I didn't eat all of that processed garbage through my later teenage years and early 20s, maybe I would have some abs showing, because I also have this like, what is it called? It's called like body fat composition. So it's where your fat is stored in your body. And for me, when I gain weight, obviously a lot of the fat might go to my belly. So I'm slim on my arms, slim on my legs, slim on my face, but my belly just has this like this thick body fat, whereas the rest of my body is like this. And it just never made sense to me. And I think this was the reason. If you're struggling with gut issues at the moment, or you feel like your relationship with food is really, really bad, like whenever you feel depressed or anxious about something or negative, you've just had an argument, you turn to food, you turn to fast food, or just overall your relationship with food is just not good. I'm going to give you some tips right now, like a step-by-step kind of thing that you can go by to try and fix this, and try to basically just a load of things that have helped me in my journey to curing my gut issues and curing my relationship that I have with food. I've got them all wrote down in front of me, so I'll make sure I don't miss anything. And the first thing is, don't be so OCD about the food you consume. I want 95% of the food that I eat to be healthy. But if I travel, for example, I know that I'm not going to be able to eat 100% healthy. I'm not going to be able to eat the exact same foods. Instead of just not traveling to this country, even if it was my dream to go there, I should go there, enjoy the culture, enjoy the food. And when I come back, I can go back to eating clean again. Like, it's as easy as that. I don't know why we complicate it so much. Or even if you're just at home, you're not traveling or anything. I'm not saying go and eat the chocolate bar, go and, eat all of these bad foods. But if you eat one chocolate bar, Why would you just beat yourself up about it to the point where you feel so depressed and stressed? Because what you do realize, right, is all of that stress that you're causing yourself from eating that one bad food is probably going to be more detrimental. It's going to have a bigger effect on your health than actually eating the chocolate bar in of itself. The next thing that's really helped me is trying not to snack at all. So at the moment, I eat not big meals a day. My second meal is my biggest meal, and I have two sort of smaller meals outside of it, but all three of these meals are quite filling for me. They're very filling. And when a meal is very filling for you, you're way less likely to want to snack throughout the rest of your day. So even if I do have a snack, that snack is going to be something a little bit healthier. It's going to be something like yogurt and berries, or it's going to be like a glass of kefir, or it's going to be like some strawberries and some double cream, for example. Like if I want to have a snack, I'm not going to have just like a chocolate bar or some sweets. Now, the next point might sound so cliche to you, but it's just to not have these foods around your house if you can help it. Whenever I have all of these bad foods around me in the house, I'm probably going to eat it because I can't resist. I'm not like this Superman, super disciplined, like mega human where I can have all these temptations around me and just completely resist. For me anyway, it's not possible. If I have chocolate right in front of me, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to. I haven't been able to make myself be that disciplined in life yet for me to be able to resist things like that. Another thing that's helped me is having a reason for me to want to fix my eating habits. For me at the moment, the main thing has been to achieve my dream physique. To achieve, if I want to achieve my dream physique or you want to achieve your dream physique, you're basically forced to have good eating habits. If you don't have good eating habits, you're not gonna have a good physique. A lot of people try to do all this dirty bulk bullshit just to like bulk up. But you don't look good after you've done that. So you haven't, the bad eating habits means you've got a bad physique and you probably feel like shit because you're just eating a load of crap every single day. And another thing is I want to be successful in business. So if I want to be successful in business and be a successful entrepreneur, I have to make sure that I'm eating healthy and I'm eating clean, because if my gut is directly connected to my mind and our guts basically have not full control, but our gut, if you're feeding your gut things that are bad for you, it's going to affect your mind in a negative way. You're going to start to have like these anxious, negative, fearful thoughts entering your mind, and that's going to impact your performance in business. It's going to impact you on your entrepreneurial journey. So if I want to have a clear mind, I want to have full cognitive, good cognitive ability, good focus, I have to eat clean. So having these sort of reasons, these sort of inner reasons for me to, or things that I want from my life, these are going to propel me and push me to want to fix my eating habits way more than anything else. If I just said, oh, I just want to fix my eating habits just to fix them, you're probably not going to fix them because you don't have any like motivations, you don't have any like innate desires that are away from that this affects. The next point is to eat regular meals. So eating meals at the same times every single day. Years ago, this was my day pretty much. I wouldn't eat breakfast and I wouldn't eat lunch either. For some reason, I just wasn't hungry, so I wouldn't eat these meals. And then it would get to around 4 p.m. And obviously most people have dinner around 6 p.m, 7 p.m. So because it was so close to dinner, I couldn't go and eat a full meal then because I'll be like, well, I'm not going to be hungry for dinner. So what I'd do instead is go and buy some crappy processed food, because I'll think, well, I don't want to be full up for dinner, so let me just buy this food here and I'll just munch on it, just a little snack, and then I'll be hungry for dinner. This isn't the best way to go about it. The best way to go about it is to eat breakfast at this time, same time every day, eat lunch at this time, same time every day, and eat dinner at this time, same time every day. This will massively decrease the amount of times you're snacking or resorting to eating crappy processed foods. And the last point is to stop the video games. I used to play video games for 12 to 14 hours a day. I've said this so many times before. And amongst all of the other reasons why video games aren't good to play, your diet is another reason why you shouldn't play video games. Because for me anyway, playing video games was the main time where I would just eat loads of crap. Like I'd play video games and I'd be like, okay, I need a big bag of sweets, I need a big like chocolate bar, I need a big bag of chips or crisps, and I need some fizzy drink as well, some soda. I have all of this stuff in one sitting whilst I'm playing the video game. That's probably like 1,500 calories of just pure sugar and salt and processed crap. Like it's not good. And you don't even think, when you're playing video games, you don't even think about the food that you're eating or anything. You're just sort of just playing. You just eat a few crisps and then you like wipe your hand quickly like that. You like a little wipe your hand, get all the crisps off your hand and then carry on your game. And then the game stops, you eat some more again and you just repeat it. Over the next hour, you've eaten all of these snacks. What have you given yourself that's nutritional? You've not given yourself anything. You've just eaten a load of garbage, a load of crap that's done absolutely nothing. It served no good for you. And after, you just feel terrible. So for me anyway, this was another benefit of quitting video games completely. I don't feel the urge to eat processed food. If I'm working, if I'm creating content, I'm editing, I'm, managing my theme pages, I'm doing any of that kind of stuff, I don't feel like snacking because I'm busy working. My mind's busy working away. So please just trust me when I say this, boys. Fast food, processed food, all of this garbage will fuck up your life. If it hasn't already, it will eventually. And you're gonna have to spend years and years and years trying to reverse all of this. And it's not worth it. It is not worth it one tiny bit. If you can fix this one part of your life, you will realize that everything else in your life starts to fall into place. If you feel like right now, maybe you're struggling for motivation, you feel anxious all the time, you feel a bit depressed. As I said before in this video, try and fix your diet and see what that does to you, okay? This is what I did and it honestly changed my life. And I'm saying that like from my heart. This is this is like fully from the heart. Fixing my diet is the single biggest thing. Of course, you've got sleep, you've got exercising, but fixing my diet, for me anyway, has the biggest effect on how I feel on a day-to-day basis, how productive I am, how focused I am, how clear my mind is. Now, if you want to join me and other young men on our journeys to becoming men of substance, honorable men that are successful in life, that achieve everything that we want in our lives, the link for that will be in the description below. It's free, so you don't lose anything by joining. I hope this video has been able to help you if you've got bad eating habits or you've got a really bad relationship with food. But apart from that, that's it from me, boys. Until the next time, I'm out.